themselves up as well. They camped for 2 weeks before coming here in Malawi. They started their league season early in order to get players fit. So they are hoping that they've done the right things as they get set to play in this tournament for only the second time. Mozambique, fourth last time out, but they actually only won one game, and that was against Malawi. They lost their second group game to Morocco. They were beaten by Senegal in the semi-finals. There were only 2 group games for Malawi in 2022, and then they were beaten by the Moroccans 6-4 in the third place playoff 2 years ago. But they were runners-up in 2021. They won all 3 of their group games, did the Mambas, and they beat Uganda in the semi-finals. They went down 4-1 to Senegal in the finals. We see the Malawi lineup. Dalla Simba will play up top alongside Oblen Gumbula, 24-year-old forward with Beach Eagles, Willie Kumilambe. He said it's not an easy group, but we're ready to rise to the challenge. He was the man who led Malawi to their debut 2 years ago, finishing 6th. He wasn't happy with the result. He wants more this time around. He says that playing Senegal is going to be a source of motivation for them. Says Mauritania have been making wonderful progress in Africa, as we saw earlier today in their 5-2 win over Senegal. And he's called Mozambique tough opponents. There are no pushovers in these types of tournaments, and I'm sure, Abu Aziz, that's something that you would agree with.
Yeah, no pushovers at all, because everyone would have agreed or expected the Senegalese side to defeat the Mauritanian that happened to be debutants. But we saw the upsets in the game, and the upset would send a big message to every other African team that you can do it once you are determined. Determination matters a lot in football, in beach soccer.
So the countdown to kickoff very much underway. You can probably hear it.
2, 1, kick off!
And Mozambique in yellow get us underway. Malawi playing from right to left in green. And an early touch in goal for Tivan. And both goalkeepers already and that's sailed out of the stadium. We've not seen that happen too often, but that's gone out onto the beach and a long way away from the Hurghada Beach Soccer Arena. Des played at the last Nations Cup, scored a goal there, played at the 2021 World Cup as well. Des wearing 13 for Mozambique. As they come forward to Smith, the skipper, not the skipper, sorry, the forward for Mozambique. And there's Figo, number 7 for Mozambique, as Dino tries to get forward. All 4 outfield players for Mozambique play for the same club in their homeland, in Sonzo FC. It's only the goalkeeper who plays for a different team, so these players should have a really good understanding.
Yeah, they should understand themselves well, because to have played for the same team, it means they have played so many matches, trained together, and it should be an advantage for their team.
There should be some touches at the back from Justine Bonongwe. The striker goal comes in from Martin Biliati, the 29-year-old with Nyasa. Blocked well by number 10 for Mozambique, Smith. As Dino tries to break clear. Here is Smith again, plays it into Dino in a bit of space. Dino, he didn't get the cleanest of strikes. Biliati got in the way for Malawi. Down the line where you can see what they're trying to do. Mozambique, but they just got that wrong, and the first 2 minutes or so have gone by without any real incident. Not some of the starts that we've been used to.
Yeah, no activities yet. I think both teams are still trying to get into the rhythm of the game, and it's one of those things. The Mozambican side, they happen to be a team that came fourth in the last edition, and they would want to do everything possible to get a goal first. And the Malawian side also, they would want to make a mark immediately.
Well, the Mozambique coach Saidat Movea has said that while he's targeting the trophy, his main goal is World Cup qualification. And he said that his first objective is to begin with a victory. We understand the importance of this tournament. Starting off well will be crucial. The main goal is to qualify for the World Cup. By step, we aim to achieve all objectives, winning each game, qualifying for the World Cup. And if we succeed, doing everything possible to win the tournament. So Mozambique, the 4th highest rated side on the continent of Africa, 35th or so overall in the world. They're clearly setting out their stall about what they want to achieve from these finals. As for Malawi, interestingly, they're not necessarily targeting victory as Stala Simba flashes one over, but they just want to reach the knockout phase for the first time, and a dose of realism possibly from Malawi. Mozambique obviously having played in a beach soccer Nations Cup final before, have higher aims as Bonongwe comes out and clatters through the back of an opponent. It was Aros that he went into. Here's Kumbula with the striker goal, and some early substitutions being made as Nelson Manuel, wearing 6 for Mozambique, comes onto the field. And he's a real danger man for them. 5 goals at the last tournament in 2022. Nelson Manuel as Malawi let fly. Ball breaks to Biliati, and it just cannons into the chest of Tivane, the Mozambican goalkeeper. Solid tackle from Kajamu. Bit of space as well on that right-hand side, but he just couldn't control it, Simba. Back into Kajamu on the volley. And from close range, Kumbula cannot find the back of the net. Tivane with the block. And the thoughts of Abu Aziz when it looks certain that Malawi are going to take the lead.
Yeah, that should be a goal for the Malawian side because if you're playing in games like this, every opportunity counts, every chance needs to be converted. And if you're playing against a team like Mozambique, that you know that they are well ranked than yourself, you need to just try as much as possible to convert your chances. From what I've seen so far, this would be a game with lots of physical contacts.
Well, we shall see how it pans out. If you're joining us for the first time, beach soccer has 3 periods of 12 minutes with a 3-minute break in between. There is no provision for a draw. A result will happen, whatever it takes. Normal time gets 3 points. A win in extra time earns 2 points for the victors. And needing penalties to win the game gets just the 1 point. Striker goal, lovely strike as well on the turn from Aros, forcing a good save from Bonongwe, as well as Mozambique begin to show some of their armoury. Nelson Manuel looking for the overhead, and he's one inside a corner.
Yeah, you can see the introduction of Nelson. He happens to be one of the best players in the Mozambican side. He has kept the tempo of the game, and it's already working well for them. They already had a shot on target right now, and if they continue with that, they should be able to get a goal. And like I said, I watched him many times during the tournament in Mozambique. He did extremely well, and he's one of the players that I look forward to
seeing. Nelson Manuel, 28 years of age, plays his football with Clube Ferroviario de Maputo in the Mozambican capital, and a man who was top scorer at the Nations Cup in 2021 and named the MVP, or the most valuable player, as well. Well, Mozambique just beginning to turn the screw a little bit, and Aros will have this free kick and striker goal. Another to play for Nsonzo. 2 goals in the tournament last time around. Can he score his first here? He can't. What he can do, though, is win his side a corner. A little touch from Benongwe. Not sure it was going in any case, but Mozambique have a corner, and they're taking it very quickly on this near side. And they've still got it, the team in yellow, twisting, turning. And striker goal coming in from the Malawi skipper, Isaac Kijamo. Trying to lead the way and trying to give his side the lead. And Malawi just putting it together, but seemingly lacking the settled presence of Mozambique, who have got more experience than their Malawian counterparts. Haji Musa. A striker goal coming in from Tivane, and it took a wicked deflection. It still needed a really good save from Justine Benongwe as well, and still Mozambique raised the pressure, but that just eases it a little bit.
Yeah, with the introduction of Arrows and Nelson into the Mozambican side, they've been able to attack more, and I think this is a very, very good one for them. But they need to do more, because for a team of Mozambique caliber, I expect more composure from their side. They have been struggling to keep the ball for themselves, and it's actually a problem.
Changes aplenty. Figo back on the pitch for Mozambique, the 31-year-old. Tivane looking to play it into Smith. Instead just finding Benongwe in the Malawian goal. Figo from distance tries his luck. But we've yet to see too much quality in this first period. Malawi, I'm sure they won't be too disappointed. So far, the scores are level. It gives them a time to just get a bit more acclimatization and experience in this game. Nelson Emmanuel. Tivane. Kijamu really seems to be doing a lot of running and covering a lot of ground, the Malawian skipper. And Kumbula trying to flick it back, trying to find Dalla Simba. Tivane again, only as far as Dalla Simba, who crashes another shot over from the halfway line. And still, we await the first goal of this tournament. Well, Mozambique finished second in the Kasafa Beach Soccer Tournament in South Africa in March earlier this year, drawing the final 4-4 with Morocco. And their skipper, Smith, has given them the lead. Just 3 minutes before the break at the end of the first period, and their captain shows his teammates the way. Rashid Smith, the 36-year-old, finding the back of the net. And Mozambique, look at that turn, look at the finish. Simplicity in the end, and Mozambique lead by a 1-0.
Yeah, that was a good goal from Mozambique and from the skipper, Smith, but it all came from the brilliance of Nelson. He was so composed, he was so calm in bringing the ball from the back, and this is the kind of individual brilliance you need from your star player.
Malawi trying to knock on the door, trying to find an instant response. Dino just putting it behind for a corner to Malawi, taken quickly. Simba into Kumbula. Got to get past the imposing frame of Dino. Back in to Simba. And Figo picks this up, but he can't keep it in play. And Malawi got to find their way back into the game. But they've not looked too dangerous as an attacking force yet, Malawi, whereas Mozambique do look as though they can score goals as they come forward. Figo lets fly. And that goes wide. And we've got less than 2 minutes at the end of this first period. Cassandra Usi comes on for Nkumbula. And Nelson is also on the pitch as well as the goal scorer. Smith goes on. Distant strike from Isaac Kajamu, the skipper. And I imagine that Malawi might find this tournament a little bit of tough going, because it's a tough group, isn't it? Mauritania, Mozambique and Senegal for them.
Yeah, the game of beach soccer happens to be a game that you need to keep more possession if you want to go far in the tournament. But the Malawian side, they've been struggling with the ball, and they just want to shoot from every opportunity they have, and that is not the best way to get your best decision or position in beach soccer. You need to be more calm, you need to be more composed, you need to get more experience of the game.
The thoughts of former Nigerian international Abu Aziz, and Nelson Manuel comes forward and tees it up for Figo, and Figo cannot take the gift. Really well found by the number 6 for Mozambique. And Figo with the goal at his mercy couldn't apply the finish. He got 8 at the Kasafa earlier in the year to finish the joint top scorer there, along with, funnily enough, Isaac Kajamu of Malawi. But Figo was named the best player too. And with a pass like that, you expect him to take a chance like that. Not so. Just over 30 seconds or so to go at the end of this opening period. Surely more to come from both sides. But at least they've kicked off, and here comes Nelson Manuel again. Hounded by Biliati. Sivane up to Figo, turns. Can he find a second just before the break? He can't, because a really good play from Kajamu, who lets fly, took a little bobble off the sand. Didn't help him. It meant he fired very, very wide. And it was too little, too late for Malawi at the end of the first period.
Yeah, at the moment it's very, very late because we've already come to the end of the first quarter. And in the game of beach soccer, we have 3 quarters. This is just the first quarter. The Mozambican side, they've been the better side in this half. But anything is possible in beach soccer. Well, we might get into the second quarter now, and the Malawians turn things up. So it's very, very possible. We just want to see the best of beach soccer. We want to see more skills, and so far so good. Nelson has been giving us that.
So the first half highlights an early strike from Dallas Simba just over the top right-hand corner. Half chances at best for Malawi. And then here, this really was the clearest opportunity by a mile that came to Oblen Kumbula, forcing a really good save from the Mozambican skipper, and then Justine Benongwe in the Malawi goal called into action. Smart play from him, but he could do nothing about the Mozambican opener from their number 10 and skipper Rashide Smith. Turned well, and the 36-year-old found the corner for the only goal of the first period. Well, the half-time or interval entertainment. He's got some of those in the stands dancing away as well. Fierce discussions going on just in front of our commentary position amongst the Mozambicans as Saidate Movea gives the instructions to his team. Malawi got to find a way back here. Got to find some solutions. They've got to start putting their game together, which they've yet to really do. Well, Mozambique, they trained for the tournament in Portugal in the city of Cascais before they did. Beach soccer, just like Malawi, a sport that is growing. How much respect do you have for Malawi in that they're the only team here that doesn't actually have any coastline, doesn't have any beach as it is, just a beach against the lake?
Yeah, I think it's not easy task for them because they need to try as much as possible to improvise. It's not easy for them to play against a team like Mozambique that has everything going well for them. So Malawians, they just need to try get some individual brilliance from their players to be able to get over the Mozambican side right now. So for now, I think for them to have kept the game for just 1-0, I respect them.
Okay. It could be a long afternoon though for the Flames. They're ranked 8th on the continent. So the buzzer will sound and we will have the second period as still the instructions of the tactics board being used by the Mozambicans, as you can see on your screen. Lots of instructions given to the team. Will they be able to follow them? Malawi already out on the surface. Mozambique trudging out. Well, Malawi will have the kickoff. Dalla Simba, the peroxide figure wearing number 11, standing over it. Usi alongside him, the 27-year-old. Malawi, seemingly the lighter fighter in this battle. Striker goal from them, and that's a really good strike as well. Sanjam Usi with Malawi's first goal of the tournament, and it took just 2 seconds of the second period. What a moment for him, what a moment for Malawi. And they needed something, and they got it within 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's a very, very good start for them in the second quarter, and Usi happened to be one of their best players. He was instrumental when they defeated Burundi during the playoff before this tournament. So I expect more from him. He has been instrumental since he came on, and this is a good one, good start for them in the second quarter. Hopefully they build on that momentum and they come into the game better and brighter.
Yes, they need a little bit of belief, Malawi, and that could be just what they needed as they set out and try and find a win in their opening Group B game. Matches against Senegal next and Mauritania in their final group game for Malawi to follow. Given the strength of the Mauritanians that we've seen, in addition to the quality of the Senegalese, it is not an easy group, as I've already said, for Malawi. So, coming forward, they try to do. Nelson into Figo. This is Mwene Lupembe, who's come on for Malawi. Frank Mwene Lupembe, 27 years of age. And not able to find Dalla Simba, who's a danger man for Malawi.
A very, very danger man. One thing about beach soccer is goals gives you strength, goals gives you motivation. That simpler goal that Usi scored right now has given them that confidence to be able to get into the game, and right now they have been able to get closer to the goal to get the second goal. They just need to build on that momentum, and hopefully they get the second goal. Once they get the second goal, that should be able to get them stronger in the game.
So a strike at goal. Coming on, and it takes a little bounce from Nelson Emmanuel and into the grateful arms of Bonongwe, who plays his football with Beach Eagles back home in Malawi. Well, Mozambique grew into the first period, and they may well do exactly that in the second. That's a lovely bit of skill from Smith, who grabs his second of the game. Well, he sent the Malawian defender completely the wrong way, and then had the composure as well to beat the goalkeeper. All ends up real quality there from the Mozambican skipper. Look at this, little back heel to open the space, beating his opponent. As said, all ends up, didn't read it, and a fine finish as well. And Smith has the second of the game, and Mozambique lead again.
That is a massive striker's goal. That is the instinct to have gotten that goal, to have turned that way, is a massive goal for a striker. And I think this is what it means for you to be the #1 striker, and it means to be the captain of the team. So he has gotten 2 goals for himself right now. For a captain, it is a good one.
But it's a goal that doesn't keep Mozambique in the lead for long, because Malawi have found an instant response, and Usi is making a real menace of himself. Sanjam Usi. I'll talk about an instant response, just what Malawi and their coach Kumilambe would have wanted, and Usi turning it home. And Mozambique, well, more work to do for them in this second period. Far more entertaining than the first. Striker goal again. That's a really good, brave header from Arnold Lasteni. Another of the substitutes to come on for Malawi. Dino with the throw for Mozambique. Tivani. Back to Dino. Forward they go. Des. Pretty hopeful effort on goal from Lasteni. And here's Des again. Trying to play it into Figo. We've not seen the best of Figo. Well, that's better. More like it. Bonongwe blocking the strike. Des again. Figo in a bit of space again as well. And here is Figo. And that's a solid tackle coming in from Lasteni. Malawi look at a completely different side in this period to what we saw in the first.
Yeah, they are gradually getting into the rhythm of the game, and it is what goals bring to your game. It is what goals bring to your team. They've been doing so well. This particular game is about who stands up better for the Mozambican side. I think Smith has been standing up. They've scored 2 goals. Right now, Usi has been standing up for the Malawian side. So it's a good one for us to see who is bigger, who is getting ready to stand up for his team.
Well, it might just be a battle between the 2 men with the 2 goals so far. Smith for Mozambique, Usi for Malawi. Both players, of course, on a hat-trick. Although neither player on the pitch, well, sorry, I mean, Smith is not on the pitch, but Usi is, as Lasteni just plays it back to Bonongwe. Bonongwe looking forward, trying to play it into Mwene Lupembe, who can't hold on to it. Lasteni scrapping and fighting with Aros, the 29-year-old for Mozambique, and here is Mwene Lupembe again. Here's Usi, the goal scorer, and that's not his best touch.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to just play safe than to just than to make a mistake. So I understand what Usi was trying to do there. He wasn't very sure with his decision, so it's better to just be on the safe side. So it's a good one for them, because conceding a goal right now would be difficult for them to come back into the game.
This game in Group B, absolutely in the balance. Bonongwe into Simba Dala. And Simba just couldn't take the opportunity that came his way, the 28-year-old. Mozambique trying to find a way to take the lead for the 3rd time in the game. Novella, who's just come on to the pitch. So too this man, Mabomo. The 2 substitutes combining. Good effort on goal from Novella, but he just couldn't keep it down. And that sails over. Yeah,
for a team like Mozambique that had their training camp in Portugal prior to this tournament, I think for also a team that has played at the World Cup level, I expect more from them, because they only perform magic when a player like Smith and Nelson are on the pitch. So they need to have more quality players on the bench that could stand up whenever they get onto the pitch.
The thoughts of former Nigeria international Abu Aziz, top scorer at 2 beach soccer AFCONs in the past. Knows full well what it's like to play in this tournament and score goals, and just how satisfying is it when you find the back of the net.
Very.
Very big smile, as if he wishes he was still playing. A free kick for Mozambique, which Novella, another who's with Nsonzo FC, will take. Quite a distance away. And up he comes to the number 9 for Mozambique, and he just flashes that past the bottom left-hand upright. These pitches around 36 meters in length from one end to the other. So when they hit them from distance, they really can be quite a long way out, especially when it's the goalkeepers taking it from their own touchline. Kajamu, the skipper, back on the pitch. Kumbula, the 24-year-old forward of Beach Eagles, also back on the pitch. And it's just settled down a little bit after that crazy minute when 2 goals in a minute and 60 seconds, and then Lasteni tries his luck from distance. And you could see instantly from his reaction, he knew he got that.
Yes, he knew he got it wrong. That was why he was. And it is exactly what I want the African players to understand, that it isn't about power but about precision. So it isn't every ball that you have that you need to shoot. You need to be more calm, especially in your third half. You need to be extremely calm. That is when you get precision right. That is when you can get your goals.
Good tackle there from Novella to block the strike coming in from Nkumbula. Before that, Des with a good opportunity for Mozambique. And Malawi, where we were talking about that goal right in the opening seconds of this second period, giving them belief. It really has done. As that just dips from Lasteni. Not enough. Good effort from Malawi's number 8. Tivane. Forward into Aros, who can't really control it. And Malawi will come forward again with their skipper. That's nice play from him. And good solidity as well from Kajamu. Tivane looking, but he's not going to find a player in yellow. And Mozambique just losing their way a little bit in this period.
Yeah, they are losing the balls too much, and it becomes a problem because the more you lose the ball, you're getting tired. Your team doesn't play to instruction anymore, so you need to try as much as possible to keep more possession. And keeping more possession, this starts from the goalkeeper, and that is why the modern day beach soccer, we see goalkeepers that are ball players, because they become the extra man in the team. That is an advantage for every team.
Well, it's no surprise to see the big guns coming on for Mozambique. Nelson back on the pitch, Smith back on the pitch, and Figo comes on the pitch as well. As Mabumbo trudges off. And can they give a little bit more firepower for Mozambique as Kajamu just tries to loft it, and that is an absolute stunner from the Malawian skipper. He knew exactly what he was doing. It is not about power, it is about precision. And he got that absolutely right, floating it in over the head of Tivane. And for the first time in the game, Malawi lead. And you've been telling me all tournament, Abu Aziz, that it's about precision rather than power, and he absolutely showed you exactly what you'll be talking about.
This is exactly what beach soccer is all about. It is not about the shot power, it's about precision, it's about the technique you are using. The goalkeeper would have expected him to shoot from that decision, and that was why the goalkeeper came outside. There was space, and you just need to just place it there. That is very, very simple. So far, so good in this particular match. This happens to be the best goal for today. So a very, very nice one from that number 8 Jesse. Good one.
Can Mozambique find an instant riposte? They can't. The goalkeeper there seemed to be expecting, as you say, a shot with power. And so he had come off his line a little bit, and that obviously created the space that Kajamu fully exploited. The execution, perfect.
Perfect. He had good intentions and he executed it well.
Sorry, keep going.
Myself, I would have been expecting him to shoot the ball from that distance, because this is what I've been seeing all tournament. But the number 8 Jesse, as in, he showed me that he is capable of being a very, very tactical and technical player, thus getting that good goal. A very, very good technique from him.
Kajamu, Malawian skipper, showing what he's all about. All flashed across the face of goal, and Smith couldn't get the touch. They would have brought Mozambique level and given him his hat-trick as well. We saw a hat-trick yesterday from Ghana's Alexander Ajay. The overhead coming in spectacular, and Kumbula can't get a touch on it as Kajamu tried to find his second of the game and stretch Malawi's lead. Well, I thought Malawi were in for a really tough time in the first period, but they've got the belief, and confidence is everything in football, and they've shown us that as they've just got better and better. Can they keep it up? Figo for Mozambique. They need to find a response. The Mambas, a stink in the tail. And Kajamu trying to put it into Simba. That's well blocked by Figo. And Figo brought down, and Figo will have a striker goal. And good intent there from Figo.
Yeah, good one. And he has won a free kick for the team. And it wasn't a free kick.
It wasn't a free kick. There you go.
I think that's a simulation.
Booked exactly for diving. We are in a part of the world very famous for its diving in the Red Sea. But on this occasion,
not simulation, free kick.
What is going on here? So he wears Figo on his back. He's called a Jose Pedro Nemape Jr., but known as Figo. And they do have a free kick after all. A bit of confusion there. And a very promising position as well for Mozambique. As Malawi just take their time. That's Dalla Simba trying to get the sand off him. And Figo. 7 goals at the 2021 World Cup, including 4 in one game. It was against the United Arab Emirates. He also got a hat-trick against Spain in that tournament. And he's taking his time. And how Mozambique could do with this, finding the back of the net. Oh, he struck that clean as you like. Figo, and it just flew past Benongwe. And it is Mozambique 3, Malawi 3. He certainly took his time and he made it count as well. Good strike, good goal, Mozambique back in it.
Yeah, in games like this, we need players with individual brilliance. We need players that could switch things up whenever things are not going well for your team. And that is what Figo has done. He won the free kick and he converted it well. So good one for the team. They are now squared. They just need to do everything possible to either keep the game at bay or try as much as possible to score. That is the most important thing right now.
Good play from Figo. As Abu Aziz said, he won the free kick with a really good driving run that showed good hunger, determination and desire. Effort in on goal from Monstro, who's come on for Mozambique, the goalkeeper. He was trying his luck from distance and he may well do so again here. Monstro, no he doesn't. He tries to play it into Dino and attempts to get away from Nkumbula. And here is Nkumbula now. And Lasteni will let fly. Lasteni will hit that very wide. It's become a real contest in the third period. It should be absolutely absorbing. Trading blow for blow here, Mozambique and Malawi. Smith can't get it away past from Kajamu. Nelson Manuel, it's good movement from him and a good striker goal as well. Excellent play from the number 6 for Mozambique. Turning one way and then the other and getting his shot away. And he was just unlucky that he couldn't keep it down.
A very, very exciting player. I watched him at the last Nations Cup in Mozambique and he was instrumental in their qualifications to the World Cup. He did so well, and even at the World Cup, you could see his presence on the field, what he brings to that team. He is a very, very exciting player.
He is indeed. He brings something extra to this Mozambican side. He can't get on the ball there now though. Nkumbula for Malawi. And that's a vital touch from Simba to skip away, and then he tries to play it into the middle, headed away by Dino. Nelson again just slows it down. Flicked on by Aros into Smith, who's already scored twice. One with some fine movement and body turns, and here's a chance for Ross. He just couldn't get the touch on it that would have enabled him to have swiveled. And a bit of frustration from him as well as the changes continue to happen. Smith is off the pitch there. Mozambican skipper, and he's looking fairly tired right in front of us as well.
Yeah, Nelson happens to be a very, very interesting player. But one thing about beach soccer is if you are a player that keeps the ball so well, you also need players around you that also keeps the ball the same way you're keeping the ball, because once you are keeping the ball and the others are losing the ball, you get tired, and this is not what a player like Nelson needs. He happens to be one of the, in fact, he is their best player. He hasn't scored a goal in this game, but he has been instrumental in everything that has happened so well for the Mozambican team.
Des trying his luck, the 34-year-old. Didn't get it. Kajamu. Oh, he's lost it there. Is he going to pay as well? Ross. And he bars his opposite number off the ball, but the ball just didn't fall for him. Striker goal from Usi, who's back on the field in the number 10 for Malawi. Brought them back into it. 2 goals earlier in this period. What a period it's been. Hugely entertaining. The thoughts of Abu Aziz.
I think it's a very, very good 2 quarters we've watched, and we've seen glimpses of brilliance from two different players that happen to be Uzi for the Malawian side and Smith for the Mozambican side. We just need to end it up in the third quarter where we need to see more individual brilliance because I see the both sides, they happen to be physical sides. So right now, we've seen lots of physical beach soccer. We need more of individual brilliance right now, and I expect that to be from Nelson or Smith. Good one for them.
So the highlights from the opening minutes. Smith, that was giving Mozambique the lead in the first period. After 10 minutes, the Mozambican skipper, and then after 2 seconds of the second period, a little deflection enabling Usi to find a leveler for Malawi. We had 1 goal in the first period, we had 5 in the second. Look at this work here from Smith, a little drag back, and then a lovely finish to wrong foot the Malawian keeper. Real moment of quality from the Mozambican number 10. But Malawi were not to be denied. And Sandram Usi, having scored one, instantly got another. Just finding the angle to take it past Mozambique's goalkeeper. Lovely celebration from him as well. And then arguably the goal of the game from the Malawi skipper, Isaac Kajamu, just floating one in over the head of his opponent. Furious reaction from Mozambique's coach, but he would have been much relieved when Figo crashed home a free kick to level it up 3-3 at the end of the second period. So Malawi in conversation. I imagine this conversation is going to be a lot easier than the one they had between the first and second periods.
At this period now, fatigue already sets in for both teams, and it's always easier for you to see mistakes in the third quarter, and it's always easier for you to see goals in the third quarter because right now all the players are getting tired. They just want to perform just one magic, and just one magic, one mistake is enough for you to get the win in this game.
So you played obviously beach soccer for many years. How quickly would you say, well, at which period does the fatigue become crucial?
Yeah, it's
how many minutes into the game do you need to have played?
Yeah, this fatigue normally sets in around the second period, and that is when the fatigues come in. But whenever I feel I am already getting fatigued, this is the more time my experience comes in. This is when I don't move the ball too much. I tend to just keep the ball, pass the ball, and open to space. Once you don't run too much with the ball, you still conserve your energy. So this is where some players need to work on. You don't have to start dragging the ball on the ground. This is where the European teams, where they get more knowledge, more experience, they don't drag the ball. They tend to jog the ball and pass the ball. With that, you should be able to conserve your energy.
The thoughts of Abu Aziz, the former Nigeria international, as the third and final period of 12 minutes gets underway. Nothing between Mozambique and Malawi. At present, Nelson flicks it up and just didn't fall for Eros to hit it. Dino into Eros once again. It doesn't come his way. Malawi looking long to Kajamu. Nelson. Nelson wins the free kick. And Kajamu, when he gets a tap on the back for the referee, as if to say, hard luck, mate. But Nelson Manuel, 5 goals in the beach soccer AFCON 2 years ago, including 2 in the semi-final defeat by Senegal. Has a chance to open his account in 2024. Good block, good save from Banongwe. Hit well by Nelson. But Malawi's keeper equal to it. Trying to fashion some play. Usi trying to bring Biliati into the game. Well, as I said, 1 goal in the first period, 5 in the second. Does that mean we're going to be treated to 9 in this third period? If only. Figo trying to flick it in to Aros. Doesn't get the contact on it. Banongwe being preferred by his coach. That's a lovely ball. Trying to play in Biliati, but not managing to do so. Cut out well. And Mozambique coming forward again. Striker goal from Figo. Kajamu trying to switch the play to Dalla Simba. Usi, a little bit of time. Benongwe will just play it long again up to Dalla Simba, who certainly got goals in him. Not today as yet. And this man has shown what he can do. Usi again, fired just a yard or so wide of Monstro's left-hand pace, and that was a post, and that was a good hit from Usi. He's really got his scoring boots on today. Shooting boots, I should say.
Yeah, exactly. He has done well for himself to have played against Mozambique and scored 2 goals from a defensive position. I think he has been doing so well for himself. Apart from the 2 goals he has scored, he has also had glimpse of good attempts for himself. So it's a very, very good one for him. And if he tries as much as possible to get another goal, and especially the winning goal, he could be vying for the man of the match of this game.
I'm sure he could be. Dino plays it forward to Nelson, and Nelson doesn't get any contact on it, and Malawi will take possession. Very even encounter, this which didn't seem to be the way at the end of the first period, when Mozambique looked the better, the more composed and stronger team. Monstro plays for Bahia de Pemba, and Mozambique launches it long. Usi again, just plays it back. Benongwe will try and get Malawi going again. Dalla Simba losing possession but battling hard to win it back. Dino away. Aros. And that's gone very, very high and out of the stadium. And Malawi, well, they seem to have good energy because they keep on wanting to come forward. They either have terrific fitness or it's a bit of naivety.
Exactly. This is where determination comes in as if a team. They've matched every quality that the Mozambique Beacons has brought to this game. So far, so good. The Malawians, they are not giving up, and they are ready to go into the game continuously to win the game. They are ready to win this game, and I think the zeal with all the players not getting tired when they are supposed to get tired. I think they had a good preparation towards this tournament.
The thoughts of Abu Aziz, the former Nigeria international. Smith trying to get ready to come back on. Novella as well for Mozambique. It's going to be a quadruple substitution. Up it goes to Aros. Doesn't stick with him. Figo. Flicking it into Nelson. Simba. Battling forward again. The number 11 for Mozambique. Sorry, for Malawi, I should say. And Nelson, well, he's just clattered into by Martin Biliati. And Mozambique will have a free kick in a very central position and a dangerous one too.
Yeah, a good position for one of the best player in the match, which happens to be Nelson. He has been instrumental in this game, and this is the moments we want from him, for him to deliver and make his name get on the score sheets. Scoring this goal would be very, very decisive for the team. So he needs to just make his name count. He has been Nelson. He has been doing well so far in this game. He has been instrumental for his team. He just needs to get this goal.
Well, I think this one's going to be about power from Nelson, and he really hits it. And that's a good block again from Benongwe, who's kept his side in the game more than once. Nelson again, punched away again by Benongwe. Novella. Smith. And another brave bit of goalkeeping from Benongwe. He's having a good minute.
Yeah, the goalkeeper has been doing so well for the Malawian side, and this is what you want from your number 1 goalkeeper. He has had so many good saves in this game, and it is important for you to have someone you can trust in goal.
Well, he's just made another one there from Smith. And you talk about trusting someone in goal. Well, he's been kept faith with throughout by Willie Kumilambe. Often in beach soccer, as you'll know better than me, Abu Aziz, the goalkeeper's constantly changing, but Benongwe has not missed a minute so far.
Yeah, it's obvious the coaches don't even trust the other goalkeepers, or they just don't want to change the momentum that the number 1 has been given right now, because it is always a very, very delicate situation where you change a goalkeeper, and the others that are coming in are not even ready yet to get into the rhythm.
Novella with the corner for Mozambique as the officials ask the Mozambican bench in front of us just to calm down. Novella into Nelson. He'll play it back to Novella. And Nelson can't control that, which is a difficult ball to him from Novella. And Malawi. Mwene Lupembe, 27 years of age, plays it into Biliati, who volleys and slashes. And that was a good opportunity for Malawi, but it just wasn't made the most of by Biliati. Smith, turn again from Smith, straight at Benongwe. It's a really good battle between those two. Sometimes Smith comes out on top, as seen by his earlier 2 goals. But Benongwe has been crucial in winning the battle late on. Good turn again, good hit again.
He has been massive with those saves because these are the saves that keep you in the game. He has been doing so well for his team.
He really has been very impressive, the number 1, 29 years of age, Benongwe. For Malawi, and he's going to have to do it again now as Nelson Manuel once again has an opportunity from the free kick to try and find a way past the Malawian stopper. Here comes Nelson, who hits it against the post on this occasion. Malawi survive again. And perhaps Benongwe earned a little bit of luck with his displays. Mwene Lupembe just straight into an opponent. And here comes Usi trying his luck from distance. Monstro just keeps it in and prevents the ball going behind for a corner. Approaching the midway point of this final period. Simba into Usi. Usi on the volley, and Usi over the crossbar. Nicely played in by Simba, and he just couldn't keep the volley down. Benongwe again. Mwene Lupembe. Usi in a bit of space here, and you don't want to give this man space. He's shown us already what he can do. Just trying to play it into Simba. That didn't work, and Smith will pick it up. He's the only one there. Nelson now from distance. Oh, a chance here for Mabomo, and he can't take it. And it's a corner, nothing more for Mozambique. Taken quickly, Benongwe again. Ball sticking to him. They've got 2-on-1 here, Malawi, but they didn't play it into Simba, Mwene Lupembe. And arguably he should have done, because Simba would have been in on goal. In the balance. The second Group B tie of the game. Strike from distance from Monstro, who as said scored at the last Nations Cup. And it really is end-to-end, and it's very entertaining.
Yeah, Benongwe has single-handedly kept the Malawian side in this game. He has been electrifying in this game, and this is one thing you need from your trusted goalkeeper.
Smith now for Mozambique, and another good save for Benongwe. And Smith cannot believe that he's not found the back of the net. And Benongwe, a crucial left hand to just turn it around the post. Mozambique coming forward again. Was that a handball from Lasteni? It's Mozambique's ball, but not a free kick. Smith again, and out comes Benongwe inside his penalty area, just on the limits of it. And goes forward to Usi, who can't make it stick. Simba battling, really good fight and energy levels from Malawi, as discussed already in the closing stages of this game. Well, Toko Kamanga, wearing number 2 for Malawi, is on. We've not seen him. And he's been thrown into the fray for the final 4 minutes or so. 4 minutes that could be absolutely crucial for both these sides. Kamanga. Simba. Well, he needs to change his boots, I would say, even though they're all playing barefooted, because he's just not found his range today.
At all, he just needs to just do a simple magic would just do in this game. We are in the last minute, we are in the last 3 minutes, and individual brilliance is what would count right now. We just need one player to just bring that brilliance out, and it's game over.
Will it be Aros for Mozambique, or Dez, or Figo? He's certainly got the name for it. Dino has to track back to get that in, keep it in play. And Simba, good defensive play from him. Simba got a good engine on him. Malawi's number 11. As Monstro plays it into Figo. Trying to play the 1-2 with Des.
Yeah, the Malawians' physical fitness has really helped them in this game, and it has kept them going, because if you hadn't had a good pre-season or a preparation before this tournament, before this game, you would have seen the players going down, because they've been running everywhere throughout this game, and it's a very, very good one for them. And one thing about beach soccer is this first game brings out the remaining fitness in you. So I see them getting better going into the tournament.
Kijamu striking the frame of the goal as Lasteni clatters the ball into the stands just in front of us. Des for Mozambique, really good tackle that from Lasteni, the block. Simba into Kijamu, who could have won it for Malawi, but he couldn't keep the volley down. Well fouled by Simba. Dino, just over 2 minutes to go. Will either of these sides manage to find a winning goal? It was a glorious opportunity for Kijamu. He didn't take it. Dino, well, we've not seen him in an attacking position. That might be why.
That is where composure comes in. That is where experience comes in. That is where calmness comes in.
Well, it's an absolutely absorbing finish, and Ross just grumbles at his goalkeeper as if to say you could have got that, but frankly that was a little bit of a risky back pass from the number 14 for Mozambique, but the corner he'll be relieved to see comes to nothing. Des looking forward to a Ross again. He's turned his man. Good defending from Lasteni again. He's been there when he's had to be for Malawi. And Kijamu just slowing it down before playing it into Simba. Well, that would have been the time to find one on target. And he fails to hit the target. Simba. And that really was not the way it wanted to be from the goalkeeper, Monstro. He got the throw horribly wrong. And then the header from Lasteni, a wicked bounce. And panic from Monstro in the goal. Well, this was really unusual, but it's a corner to Malawi. Taken early. Into the final 45 seconds we go. Figo for Mozambique. Lasteni just keeping him at bay and then playing it into Usi. His goals seem quite a while ago now. Bonongwe, well, he's not made many mistakes today, but that's one of them. Des for Mozambique. Will there be a winner? 20 seconds to play. Lasteni shoved over by Figo. This will be a striker goal for Malawi and an opportunity to win it, and what a story that would be. Yeah,
it is a good one, and if Malawi scores, it means that's the end of the game. It's a very, very good start for them. They have been electrifying in this game. They have done everything possible to keep the Mozambican side at bay, so they just need to just cap it up with this goal. This is where you need someone that has accuracy, someone that has good technique, and it is something you need to just bounce towards the sand, and the sand would do the assist for you. They just need someone that knows how to hit it across the sand. A good one for them, and it ends there.
As we see Bonongwe's stunning save, getting down really well to his left-hand side to turn that effort away from Smith, and with no goals in this third and final period, it looks a crucial save. So 17.1 seconds on the scoreboard. Time enough for Malawi to find a winner. Lasteni is down on the ground. And number 8. The referee ushering Des away. Will there be drama at the end of this game? Malawi, who trailed early on. Lasteni, who's been solid defensively, with an opportunity from distance for Malawi, and it spills up, and Monstro gathers at the second attempt. Just over 10 seconds to go. In it goes. Benongwe punches away and against the crossbar from Nelson. Oh, Mozambique just so close to winning it. 2 seconds to go. Chance for Smith, and Mozambique have won it at the death. There is 0.0 seconds on the clock. And Malawi, oh, heartbreak for them. And what a moment for Mozambique, who go wild. All the players off the bench in front of us. Smith can barely believe it. He's got his hat trick. And there won't surely even be time to take the kickoff. It's so cruel on Malawi, but Mozambique won't mind. What a finish. It spilled to the right man, and Smith made them pay. What a moment for Mozambique. 4-3. And that is that, and Mozambique have won this second Group B game. And you look, Abu Aziz, as if you can't believe it.
That's a very, very good victory, a sweet victory, and I am mostly happy for Smith, and because this is what happens when you don't give up. They kept on believing they could win the game, and at the death of the game, he got his goal and he got his perfect hat-trick. A good one for the team, and for him to be the captain of the team, he stood up when everyone needed him. So good one for the Mozambican captain, good one for the Mozambican team. I respect the Malawian team. They gave a good account of themselves. They played everything. They played their heart out. Unfortunately, they couldn't fight till the end of the game. A good one for both teams. An electrifying result.
Oh, what a game that was, and what a way to end it, and cruel on Malawi, who surely had done enough to come away with a point. I'm not sure either side deserved to win the game, but in the end it's gone Mozambique's way. They've got out of jail against Malawi, who can consider themselves incredibly unfortunate, particularly their goalkeeper Justine Benongwe. Oh, what a moment that was. It went in just before the buzzer sounded. Talk about last minute drama, last second drama.
Yeah, this is where fitness comes in. This is where focus comes in. This is where concentration comes in. It is not over until it is over. The Malawians, they gave a good account of themselves, but they needed to try as much as possible to see the game through before giving up. They actually slept off, and they lost concentration in the last minute, the last second of the game, and that cost them the game. So it's something that they shouldn't be ashamed of. They gave a good account of themselves. They just need to try as much as possible to work on themselves towards the next game.
Well, the Mozambican body language on the bench was poor before that winning goal, and now it's anything but. Those are the results from match day one. The top two fixtures on the top of your screen in Group A. The bottom two, Senegal, Mauritania, Mozambique, Malawi from Group B. And this is the early standings after day one in Group B. Mauritania and Mozambique top of the pile. And look who is propping it up. None other than the defending champions, Senegal. And I don't think any of us would have seen that as being the case before this day got underway. Well, a moment of reflection for the Mozambican side, and they may well be considering just how fortunate they were to come away with all 3 points. But their skipper